All right, we're back to chopping stalks today. Just use a little bit of oil. Do that. It got cold out. Like yesterday was warm if the wind wasn't blowing, but today is just cold and the wind's blowing. It's kind of not fun. But so yeah, let me get some Earl. And then we got to fuel that thing up. I got that one knife change last night, knife and hanger, so the rotor's back in balance. There's 3 broken hangers and then 1 blade that cracked and fell off. So, but I got parts coming, so we will just have to wait for that stuff to get here before I could actually fix it all the way, but it's nothing on it's going to stop us from running. So anyhow, key. Here's she'll start without the glow plug. She's been sitting up here on this hill all day. Oh yeah. Best cold starting diesels on the face of the planet. And if they don't start when they're cold, it means you got problems. thing does not go down the road in the dark. We had one bad experience with that, and actually one bad experience and enough close calls. It's like, screw it, it's not worth it. We're not going down the road in the dark with it. So, despite the fact that it is dark, it is actually not all that late. So, we're gonna go chisel plow that little 2-acre piece we started on today. And then tomorrow, I think we're gonna go down and try to get the muck knocked out before that gets rained on again. I think we'll just stay on chisel plowing until it gets wet again, because I can chop stalks in pretty much any weather. Chisel plowing, not so much. By the way, I already checked the oil in this thing while it was still daylight out, and I was waiting for the 19 to warm up, so she's good to go. Good golly, Miss Molly, were the flat spots and the tires bad on this thing. Holy crap. I know she's been sitting for, what's it been since I started chisel plowing? About 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago? But holy crap. About felt like I was gonna lose my lunch, and I didn't even drive that far down the road. Hopefully we get them worked out in this little 2-acre piece, because that drive down to the muck tomorrow is gonna be rough. Done and out of the way. half tempted to go hit my grandma and grandpa's, but that's just wet enough. I'd really rather wait a little bit on it. I know we got rain coming Thursday, but if I go down to the muck tomorrow, then that means that I would do that and hit the other field that we did in yesterday's video. What's the weather supposed to be? I wish they'd just take Thursday out, would be nice. Steady light rain in the morning. And then next week is just trash. Sunday rain, Monday rain, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday rain. So if I can get some chisel plowing done tomorrow and Wednesday, we get some rain, but then between Friday and Saturday I should be at least get done chopping stalks, and then that job will be done, and then it would just be down to chisel plowing, which if we get the rain that they're talking, I mean, it's 40% chances every single day. And they don't give an amount for Thursday. I don't know, it'll play out however it plays out, but if we get the rain that we're supposed to get next week, that might spell the end of working ground for the foreseeable future, but that's okay because we got other stuff we can work on anyhow. So, but we will catch you guys tomorrow. Okay, gonna head down to the muck today. Obviously 150's already warming up. I gotta put fuel in it. Just think, this time next year, well and over there is gonna be doing this job. As long as I can find a chisel plow before then. If I could find a white 435 to put behind it, that'd be pretty sweet. Probably be either a white 435 or a 13-cent Glencoe, just to keep the Glencoe theme rolling. It just makes the 150 look like a tinker toy. And I mean, it's really not, it's just a tad bit wider. The wheelbase on it really isn't a whole lot different. It's just a monster. Oh, and I got parts ordered. Maybe I mentioned it already. I got parts ordered for the chopper, so those will be here at some point. Let me get fueled up here and then we'll get on the road. It's gonna take a minute for the 150 to fill up with fuel, and I can't help myself. I want to see how well she cold starts. I mean, it's not super duper cold, but it has been sitting up here on a hill getting chilled since I parked it here, so. Next chance I get, or next rain time, or next time I get kicked out of the field for rain, I want to get this thing power washed, and I want to get the cab kit ripped out of it so the cab will start airing out and get rid of this rat piss smell. Like nothing. Available for this. These and the 225s apparently use the same pod, so there is a cab kit and a headliner available for it. I wonder if the new cab kit comes with the pocket. I can't remember if there's supposed to be a piece of foam here too. I can't remember what all's in the picture. I also got the manual for it. I got the operator's manual for it now. I've got the shop manual for it, which is not nearly as thick as I thought it'd be. And then Floyd County Museum had the engine parts book for it, which is actually a brand new uncirculated original Cat Pac-Man C parts book. So that was kind of neat. It just sounds so good. It's gonna sound better with straight pipe. I wish I could use it yet this fall, but well, A, you can't even use it right now because the hydraulics don't work because all the levers are stuck, so that's a big hang up. And then, you know, all the oil needing changed and whatnot, but we'll get her. I also need to find the correct fuel cap for it because that ain't right. It's got a little dual purpose gauge. It's got a gauge in it and it's your sending unit for the actual fuel gauge. That's neat. I feel like I guess I'll have to look in the parts book. Maybe that is the cap that belongs on it, because it doesn't have a... And even if it is the cap that belongs on it, I think what I'm going to do, because I don't like that, is find a weld-on fuel tank bung to convert it to a regular style of fuel cap and put an actual cap on it. I guess since that's running, I'll just let her sit here and chill for a minute and warm up, and we'll finish fueling up and go do some chisel plowing. Oh, how things change. 2 years ago, the corn was still standing down here. It had standing water on it. Or sorry, a year, did I say 2 years? A year ago, the corn was still standing down here and it had water standing in it. 2 years ago, I was down here. Can't remember if it was beginning or end of November. Whenever it was, I was down here, I was chisel plowing in the snow. And this year it's a little damp, but we're fairly solid. So every year's a new adventure. Plowing at my grandparents last night. muck is all plowed. That went pretty decent. No incidents, nothing to report. So that's the way we like it. It's about a little after 9 o'clock, so it's time to get home and get some food because I was hungry. So run this thing back and park it, and we will continue tomorrow. So yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow. Okay, I need to pick the plow up. We are at our last field for this particular video anyhow. It was not overly pleasant most of the day. It actually finally, it did kind of warm up a little bit here this evening of all stupid things, but it's still not super warm out. I think they're still calling for rain tomorrow. I haven't looked, but what happens after this field's going to depend on what happens with the weather. So let's see what we can do here. This field's going to have some wet spots in it, but it's that time of year where they're not going to dry up, so it doesn't really matter. At the weather, and apparently we got one heck of a rainstorm coming here in about an hour and a half, so that's neat and unexpected. I was hoping to get this 14 acres done, but I don't know if that's going to happen now. Well, I've been chiseling for about the last 10 minutes in the rain. Luckily that's all I need. I needed. I got the big side finished. There's still 4 acres on the other side of the tree line, but it's starting to get pretty heavy. So I think, oh yeah, we're done. We're done. It's gonna get real greasy real quick. If we weren't right on the edge to begin with, probably would push it and just get it done, but we're too close to being right there, so we'll just let her, we'll just let this one go. They're calling for a 1/2 inch. We'll see what actually, well, I honestly won't know because I took my rain gauge in finally. Hopefully it doesn't amount to much, and maybe like Sunday we could sneak back out here and finish up that other piece. We'll see what happens. So anyhow, I guess that's it for this one, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.